Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, it is time to talk. I was going to do a panel like I do every week, but this, to me, superseded the panel because I think it's invaluable to have this conversation about the failures of Joe Biden. And I'll let a few of you guys get in here before I dive deep into this, but the media is not going to talk to you like this. The media is not going to give you a keep it 100 moment about the failures of Joe Biden. They're not going to tell you this. They're not going to talk to you about it. They're going to lie to you. They're going to sugarcoat it. They're going to water it down. They're going to give him a pass. They're going to do all the same fraudulent things that they normally do because in essence, they do not care about you. And in essence, they have an agenda to push a certain ideology, especially because they've been bashing Donald Trump for so many years that they can't admit that Biden is worse than Donald Trump in their own mind. They can't admit that. They can't say it. They can't admit it. They will not fathom to make that statement, but I'm going to make it for them. And I'm going to let a few of you guys get in here. I know that they've been really challenging my page lately because they quit sending notifications out to people. There's no way in the world that people are telling me they haven't got notifications and stuff. They're doing it intentionally. It's on purpose. They don't send notifications out to my videos. They don't send notifications out to when I'm going live. You know, all of the above. 60 people are watching this right now. Let me tell you how this makes me mad. I almost cussed. Because when you decide to say something about Joe Biden, you decide to say something that's against the narrative, they don't put your notifications out there. They ban freedom of speech. 116 people are watching right now because they ban the notifications to go out because you dare mention that Joe Biden should be impeached. If I would have put that Donald Trump right now should be impeached, there would be 6,000 people right here watching live. How do you know, Mr. Tatum? Because I did it before. When Donald Trump was the president, I said Donald Trump shouldn't be the president anymore. I swear, God is my witness. I had more people live in 2 minutes. It was 6,000 to 8,000 people live, I think, in the first 2 minutes of me launching my video. But you say something about Joe Biden, you say something about the CDC, they're going to either ban you or they're going to make sure people do not get your video. 100%. If you think it's bullcrap, look at the numbers. Now, let me get on Joe Biden before I get peed off and want to throw the hands. So Joe Biden is a complete failure. Not just now. Mind you, he's been a complete failure as a political candidate his whole career, in my opinion. He has nothing to speak for his own career, in my opinion. But even now, as the president of the United States, which I put in quotations, why, Mr. Tatum? Because it's highly suspicious. Now, I don't have any unequivocal proof of fraudulent behavior in the election subsequent enough to make him void as a president. However, the things that went on that year in the election and in 2020 is highly suspicious. That's all I will say. It's highly suspicious. And Joe Biden being the most celebrated president in American history, I mean, he's nobody's gotten more votes than Joe Biden in American history. Nobody has. And for this dude to be this stupid, I don't know what to say. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I got this it's called vidIQ. I'm not trying to push vidIQ, but it's called vidIQ. It gives me the analytics to everything I search on YouTube. You can get it for yourself, download it. It's a monthly fee if you want to pay the monthly fee for it or whatever. They're not paying me to do a promo, so I'm not really trying to plug them too hard. However, vidIQ gives me the like-dislike ratio on every video I see by indication of these red numbers right here. These red numbers. I have never in my life seen any speech of any president in modern history, Obama, Trump, or this fool, that every video is ratioed. These are all different channels. Every video is ratioed. When you see red, that means it's more dislike than likes. Every video on the internet when you put in Joe Biden is ratioed. How in the is Joe Biden the most popular president in American history when every video that I'm still scrolling, this is the only one that's orange. Every video, there's a few orange ones here, but most of these videos, 98% of the videos are ratioed. That means there's more dislikes than likes. Every video. You will never find this on Donald Trump, ever. This is the only one that's green, and this has nothing to do with Joe Biden. This is Madison Cawthorn bashing Biden, and that got 90. That's a green. Let's go back to the top because I want you guys to see what this means. You look at his thing. 185,000 people saw this video. He got 5,000 dislikes to 1,400 likes. This video is a little smaller. I'm just gonna go to the bigger videos. 600,000 people watched this video. He got 8,000 dislikes to 3,000 likes. Let's go. 100,000. He got 2 to 1. 4 to 600. 4,000 to 600. He got 600 to 300. That's the small video. Just go down to the videos. He got 1,500, which pushed him over to 1,400. I mean, this one was streamed a week ago. It's got 1.4 million. He got 23,000 dislikes to 15,000 likes. I mean, I could keep going down the list. People are showing. This is the real people, not the made up people that y'all know. The real people are showing that they want nothing to do with Joe Biden. Now let me play a speech because I want y'all to listen to this real quick. I guess I could plug this little commercial or whatever. I want y'all to hear his actual speech. I watched it earlier. That's why it's giving me this indication. But yeah, we ain't got to watch the whole thing, but I want you guys to – they clearly cut the speech down. Hold on a second. I want you guys to hear his answer to this last question. And to me, his answer to this last question summed up his entire speech. Let's play it. And this is a person who's against him, right? This is a person who's against him. It's probably Fox News or somebody. But just listen to his response. I'm just going to play his response to this, and this tells you all you need to know about his speech. I want to see when the kid starts. Does he start here? Does he start here? No. He starts right here. All right? Now, before we get into this, I want to clarify a couple things. First and foremost, Joe Biden is a complete failure as it is. Second of all, he takes no real material responsibility for what happened in Afghanistan. And people that don't know what happened in Afghanistan today, there was a bombing in Afghanistan. I believe it was from suicide bombers, and 120 people were killed. A good number of our military personnel was also killed. Now, how are you existing as president? You made the decision to pull troops out before you pull out the citizens. Let me tell you how dumb this is. Allies and citizens and people who we are sworn to protect, who we have some of which are citizens we're sworn to protect, others we promise to protect. You make the stupid decision to pull troops out before you get any of these people out, and then you got to double and triple the troops that you put back in to then have an excavation, a rescue of all these people, and then you make it, and then he's making decisions to say, like you're working with the Taliban. You're negotiating with, what are you talking about, bruh? And then somebody come in and blow it up and, well, then the Taliban, it's not even the Taliban. Okay. And RIP to people who lost their lives in Afghanistan. But at the end of the day, when I say but, at the end of the day, it's Joe Biden's fault. They impeached Donald Trump over a phone call. They impeached Donald, well, I forget what they impeached him for the first time for. I forgot. Because it's bull. That's why. Now, wrote a film.
And now 12 Marines are dead. You said the buck stops with you. Do you bear any responsibility for the way that things have unfolded in the last 2 weeks?
Listen to this coward.
I bear responsibility for fundamentally all that's happened of late. But here's the deal.
Okay. I bear our responsibility for what happened as of late. But here's the deal. Okay, what's the deal, Joe Biden?
You know, I wish you'd one day say these things. You know as well as I do that the former president made a deal with the Taliban.
Okay. I take full responsibility, but the former president made a deal with the Taliban. Tell us more, because you're not taking responsibility if you're now blaming the former president. Tell us more, Biden.
That he would get all American forces out of Afghanistan by May 1. In return, the commitment was made, and that was a year before. In return, he was given a commitment that the Taliban would continue to attack others, but would not attack any American forces.
And at this point, I don't know, maybe I should do my research, but I don't think it was Taliban who did this. This bombing, I don't believe, was from Taliban. He said it was ISIS-K or something like that. And he said that was the clashing force against the Taliban, meaning that they were opposition of Taliban. Both of them hate America. That, from what I'm understanding, that he said the attack wasn't even Taliban, it was ISIS-K. And the Taliban, he's saying that Donald Trump made a commitment to, that they wouldn't attack anybody. Okay.
Remember that? I'm being serious. No, I'm asking you a question. Because before... No, wait a minute. I'm asking you a question. Is that accurate, the best of your knowledge? What?
Do you think that people have an issue with pulling out of Afghanistan or just the way that things have happened?
I think they have an issue.
So he said, do you think people have an issue with us pulling out of Afghanistan or just the way you went about it? That's the question. Like, do you think most people are mad because you pulled out of Afghanistan or just the way you went about doing it? Nobody in American history at this point, not nobody, but most people in America don't care that you pulled out. People that voted for President Trump was advocating that he pull troops out of Afghanistan so we can end these endless, we can put an end to these endless wars. So nobody was concerned or upset that there was an indication that we would now pull our troops out of a 20-something year war. However, Donald Trump, during the 4 years he was in office and he made the promise and he made steps in the right direction, they believed him. They knew he wasn't playing around. You F up, you're going to die. Now Biden, look at this fool. I don't believe he'll spank anybody. He wouldn't, if he had kids that was spanking age, he wouldn't spank a single kid. Nobody would believe him. They knew Trump wasn't playing. Soleimani turned into ground beef when he played with the United States. So they knew that if Trump said, okay, I'll agree with you. You leave us alone, you good. We get our people out. You play around, you die. Go bang, boom, everybody dies. That's what Trump stood for. This fool, nobody take him serious. Nobody take them liberal, woke cowards seriously. So what do? They try him. What have they done? They trying him. Now, early in his speech, he said, we're going to hunt you down and make you pay. Let's see if he do that. Trump, Soleimani, nobody, he didn't have to make a broadcasting announcement. Kaboom, ground beef, and lamb chop. That's what we saw with Soleimani when he messed with the United States of America. Let's see what Slow-Mo Joe is going to do. What is he going to do? Anyway, let me let him answer this question. Are people upset with you pulling out or the way you did it?
That people are likely to get hurt. Some, as we've seen, have gotten killed, and that it is messy. The reason why, whether my friend will acknowledge it or has reported it, the reason why there were no attacks on Americans, as you said, from the date until I came into office, was because the commitment was made by President Trump, I will be out by May 1st. In the meantime, you agree not to attack any Americans. That was the deal. That's why no American was attacked.
Okay.
A few days ago, you said you squarely stand by your decision to pull out.
Yes, I do, because look at it this way, folks, and I have another meeting for real. But imagine where we'd be if I had indicated on May the 1st I was not going to renegotiate an evacuation date. We were going to stay there. I'd have only one alternative: pour thousands of more troops back into Afghanistan.
Look how stupid this guy is. Nobody's talking about you renegotiating a pullout date, right? Nobody's negotiating you renegotiating a pullout date. Nobody's talking about that. The fact is you didn't do it right. I would have to put thousands of troops. You did. You pulled out 2,000 to send back 6. You did. Okay.
To fight a war that we had already won relative to why the reason we went in the first place. I have never been of the view that we should be sacrificing American lives to try to establish
Lie.
a democratic government in Afghanistan,
Lies.
a country that has never once in its entire history been a united country and is made up.
Time out. You were the vice president of Barack Obama. 8 years. Vice president under Barack Obama for 8 years. Explain to me how y'all pulled troops out. Explain to me how y'all had any rhetoric similar to what you're talking about right now. You were the vice president under Barack Obama for 8 years. That's 2 terms. Y'all didn't do nothing about pulling our troops out. Nothing significant. It began under Trump. Pulling out of the troops began under Trump. He was a master negotiator. So he was able to negotiate. He was able to set the precedent to say, look, I'll give you to this day. We're going to get our troops out and y'all can do y'all, we're going to do us. So why come he can't renegotiate a commitment and they stick to it? Because he's a coward. Nobody respects him.
I don't mean this in a derogatory, made up of different tribes who have never, ever, ever gotten along with one another. And so, as I said before, and this is the last comment I'll make, we'll have more chance to talk about this, unfortunately, beyond, because we're not out yet.
Yeah, there's still going to be people getting hurt over your decision making.
Osama bin Laden, as well as Al-Qaeda, had chosen to launch an attack when they left Saudi Arabia out of Yemen, would we have ever gone to Afghanistan?
I can't listen to this fool anymore. How is the president of the United States is this whack? This dude is the energy, the beta energy that comes off of Joe Biden is out of control. I'm incredibly upset with what we have allowed to happen here. I'm upset with what we have allowed to happen. Thank y'all for the super chats. I'll come back and grab the super chats in a second. I'm incredibly upset with what we have allowed to happen in our country. If you think this is the most popular president in United States history, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with your thinking. If you voted for him as the president of the United States, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Because he's not only proven that he's not a legitimate politician from his myriad of different years or many years in political office, somehow you think he's going to be the president, 80-some-year-old man. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Matter of fact, why were you thinking? And thank y'all for the super chats. Why were you thinking? Why? You could have just set this one out. Why were you even wasting your time? The guy has nobody fears him. Nobody believes what he's saying. I can just pick any part of his speech and you can listen to this dummy. And nobody's believing this stuff he's saying. Nobody believing this stuff he's saying. I think he had a moment of silence here. Nobody's believing the stuff he's saying. Listen.
They're close to these.
Pentagon,
Let's listen to
as
him.
well as in Afghanistan, and
Come on, talk tough, bro.
of the fall on this day,
Look at
they're
him.
part of a great and noble company.
You're reading this. You're reading this. He's
Those who
reading.
carried out this attack, as well as anyone who wishes America
He's
harm,
reading.
know this: we will not forgive.
Okay, come on, talk tough to me.
We will not forget.
Yeah, Pawpaw.
We will hunt you down
Oh,
and make you pay.
uh-huh. What else?
I will defend our
Oh, you go to the next sentence on the teleprompter.
interest in our people with every.
These people so. I mean, I just y'all. Woosah. I'm gonna smoke me a cigar. Did I smoke a cigar today? No, I haven't. So this is my chance. I'm gonna smoke a cigar. We live in the twilight zone, bro. I just want people. We living in the twilight zone, bro. This is the twilight zone. This ain't reality. We ain't living in reality. We're living in an alternate reality. To think that Joe Biden is a legitimate person in general, we living in the matrix. I don't understand. Super chat. Let's see. Sweet Tea, thank you so much for the super chat. Commander in Thief, 100%. SEM, thank you for the super chat. George, Brandon, my son, just like my son Brandon. He's one of the best natural athletes in the country. I'd love for you to meet him. Keep up the great work job you're doing. Don't stop till Biden is impeached. The real president is down in Florida. Hey, I don't disagree with that. We're living in the twilights. I want people to understand this. This is not reality, ladies and gentlemen. There's something brewing here. There's something going on that's unexplainable. Because Joe Biden, let me tell you this. When I was in college, mentioning the young man's super chat there, when I was in college, I was an incredible athlete. I was better than dudes that were on the football field. My coach just was a nut, man. He didn't like me. He had a reason to at some points. And some points he just didn't like me. So he decided he was going to play some guys in front of me who weren't nowhere near better than me. None of these guys are playing in the NFL. So he decided to do that. But there was this concept of falsification of reality to a lot of people, that people begin to go down this path of believing just because somebody was saying it or somebody was doing it, that they begin to believe it, although it wasn't materially true. And I remember thinking, like, am I in the twilight zone? I'm watching us lose football games and people throwing 50-yard touchdowns over these dudes that were not even capable from the beginning. What are we like? I know I'm not tripping. People had to reintroduce me to reality because these coaches were complete. They got fired and we lost many games, but they were complete bums. But they wanted to push this facade that wasn't even true, and they tried to hide it. And I remember thinking the same thing I'm thinking now. Like, it is clear Joe Biden is brain dead. He's brain dead. Like, how are we even having a conversation right now of whether or not there was some suspicious behavior going on? Why are we even having a conversation about racism in America? What is actually happening here? People are actually talking about this. This is a fake facade. This is a facade of the sheep, that when people, they blindly listen to people because they have a title or because they're perceivably in a leadership position, and they believe them. And, oh, yeah, it's racism in America. It must be racism in America. What? Where are y'all living at? Racism is not a prominent issue in America. It's not. The people who affect a particular race in this country are normally the same race. The people who are the most dangerous to black people in America are black people. The culture that's most dangerous to black people in this country are the black culture. And don't sit here and tell me, some people like, it's not all black people. No, black culture is a lot of black people, not every single black person, but most black people fall within the category of this black culture. Why do you think rap music is so prominent? Why do you think some of these celebrities who are dumber than a bag of left shoes, why do you think they're so prominent and celebrated? It's culture. It is a culture. And nobody want to talk about it. The black people, in my opinion, who are no longer associated with this particular culture are ones who thrive, who do well. And I'm not saying just make money. I'm saying those who thrive in partnership, who have a longevity of success in their legacy, the ones who don't bow to this culture, who don't accept the culture. Very simple. Martin Luther King didn't bow or accept the culture. That's why we still talk about it today. That's why we're still talking about it today. Many of the great black men and women did not bow to the culture. They were outside of the culture. Now, in the future, it's going to be okay to hate those black people because they don't match the rhetoric of these brain dead people today. Outside of that culture, outside of gangbanging, outside of believing that rap music makes any sense at all, other than the beat, what they rapping about don't make no sense. Police brutality. You can ask random black people in America. Go do a survey of 15 black people. I bet you all of them will say, yeah, police officers are just killing black people for no reason. A culture of the brainwashed. And I'm gonna talk about other cultures too. We finna talk about black people now, and then I'm gonna go to somebody else. But right now, y'all finna get the truth. Culture of the black man, and they know. And they know. The people that are saying this are claiming that they have stories. They know they've been pulled over for a reason. They just think it's a dumb reason. But they come and swear to God that the cops are just harassing black people just because they black. Let me tell you another stupidity in this argument, which makes me believe we're in the Twilight Zone, is that people, listen, most black people live around black people. That's just the way it is. Most white people live around white people. Most Asian people live around Asian people. That's just the way it is in our country. We're still segregated by choice. Now, and by economics. So you have a community on the South Side that's 95% black. Black people that are pulled over in that community say the white cop just pulled me over for no reason. Well, 600 black people drove through this intersection. You're the only one that got pulled over. Explain to me how you got pulled over just because you black. What about the 1,500 other black people that they overlooked to pull you over? Is it just because you black? Or is it because you are the one committing the crime, or you the one that they caught? You the one committing the traffic violation that they caught. But they swear to God, they just hunt down black people. You live in an all black community. If a cop is going to shoot somebody on the South Side of Chicago, they're probably going to be black. If the cop is going to be on a high-speed chase, it's probably going to be with a black person. If cops are going to be catching you in a domestic violence situation and getting into a physical confrontation with you, you're probably going to be black if you live on the South Side of Chicago. It is a good opportunity that you're probably going to be black. Are the white men coming after you? No, that the only choices they have is the black people that are materially there in this community. Most of them are not dealing with the police. It's just y'all. Just y'all fools. Don't try to push that on these other black people that going to work, living their life. No, y'all the ones. Don't try to say it's racism or prejudice. No, you a thug. You a thug. You thugging. And you know you thugging. And you know they just haven't caught you yet. But then they pull you over when you ain't got no dope on you, and you want to cry, oh my God, man, they put him up for no reason, bro. I wasn't even doing nothing. You just didn't have dope on you this time. But if they'd have caught you yesterday, you would be in prison right now. But you know that. But you want to get mad at the police. Okay, I'm done with that. These woke liberals, I got a vent. I know this is supposed to be about Biden. Y'all can go back and watch the beginning of the video about Biden in Afghanistan. These woke liberals, I have noticed that the white liberal is close to the devil. Not every one of them, but generally speaking, the white liberal is as close to the devil as you can get. It's close to the devil in America. Now, I ain't gonna talk about overseas because Afghanistan, these Muslims, they beating people and chopping their heads out. They closer to the devil than anything we can do in America. However, psychologically, as close to the devil is the white liberal. Why, Mr. Tatum? The white liberal will step on a dead black body to tell a white man who is trying to arrest the black man that killed that black man that she stepped on, that you shouldn't be trying to arrest him. He got a story. Black lives matter. That's what they do. They step over 45 dead black people to argue with a cop that's arresting that person who murdered 45 black people. That's what they do. They are more outraged about black issues than black people are. They come and try to tell black people like me, and they get in trouble with it, but they try to tell a black person like me that I don't understand. Fool, I'm black. And if anybody understand being black, it's gonna be me versus you. You've never been black, but you're trying to tell me that black lives matter. You're trying to tell me that, you're trying to tell other white people they should be that black people are offended by things. But you ain't black. You just looking at CNN. You're just looking at television. You ain't got no experience to tell you that black people are offended when somebody say all lives matter. I saw a dummy and telling police officers, trying to get him in trouble because they wouldn't say black lives matter. They said all lives matter. Well, at the end of the day, all lives mean black lives too. But you got to be an irrational idiot for you to say, oh, if you say all lives matter, that's offensive to black people. That's offensive. Black people are hurt because you said that. No, you're an idiot, and any black person that's hurt by you saying all lives matter, they are also equally idiotic. I'm just going to say it. You're an idiot. Your brain is dead. Dead. Your brain is dead. They got OME is going to come out and put your brain in a body bag because your brain is dead. They need to do an autopsy on your dead brain. My God. People, I'm so sick of everybody being so fake. Everybody's fake. I was in an ice cream place. Me and my son went to ice cream place. The people in the ice cream place, they're not wearing masks. Why, Mr. Tatum? Because masks are not required in the state of Arizona. They are not wearing a mask. I'm not wearing a mask. Nobody's wearing a mask. But these people come into the thing with a mask on their face. And this is how they eat their ice cream. And then the person next to them that's in the group of mask wearers, they got their whole mask down below their chin. But the one of them is eating their ice cream like this. Nobody in the place got a mask on. Like, what are you doing? Like, what CDC research have you done to tell you that it makes any mother sense for you to have a mask on inside of a place that they're not requiring anybody else to have a mask on? It would be smarter for you not to be in here. But you're in here with your mask down, waiting to put your mask back up. Now, I'm not going to say none of these people because you can wear a mask. Put 5 of them on and lose oxygen to your brain and pass out. And if you do, I'm not going to help you. I'm going to go home. If I saw somebody pass out with 5 masks on, I might just step over them and go home. Because you got to be stupid to wear 5 masks on your face. That ain't my fault. That's your fault. Don't even blame the news. You knew you were dumb when you put these masks on your face. You barely can breathe, but you still walking around like you didn't done something. You done something for the country. I'm saving the people. I got vaccinated, and then I got to wear a mask too. Stupid. God, I can't stand these people. I'm vaccinated. What has the vaccination done for you today? Nothing. You are just as susceptible to die as I am. So what are you doing? And then you went through all the trouble to get a vaccination, and then you got to wear a mask. You just as dumb. I haven't gotten a vax, and I don't have to wear a mask. So what are you doing? You got to wear a vax, and you got a mask on. What are you doing, and what am I doing? I got COVID. I recovered from COVID. I believed that I was. I never thought one time I would have a problem. I got it. I recovered from it. I'm not wearing a mask. You haven't gotten it. You take a vaccination, an experimental drug, and you put a mask on. Can you be any stupider? Go wear them with your mask with your vaccine. Now they telling you need a booster. And they finna boost that money. That's what they need they need a booster in their bank account. Oh, well, I just want to tell you that we found research have shown, they knew this from the very beginning. Research have shown that now we've seen through Israel that the vaccination and the variants, they actually are becoming more effective with the COVID jab. So if you get the jab, it's actually more effective now. So we're going to have to do another jab. So where do people stand if today they decided, you know what, I want to get a vaccination? You're going to go get a vaccination and then have to wait 6 months to get the booster. When the booster is effective, it's supposed to be effective today. But you can't get the booster because it takes time for you to get the regular one, then to go get the booster. So you're not protected for 7 months. You might as well not take none of it. But they're sitting there telling sheep what to do. Let me get some of these super chats. Kiwi, thank you so much for the super chat. When he showed fear of the people in January, he showed his weakness. Biden's up. That's what he is. We have results now. We got raises. Let's see. We had results. Now we got raisins. Josh, thanks for Super Chat, good news for you today. SCOTUS reversed eviction ban. Shotgun. The result Biden gets is the result he handed paid for. Black people need to follow the House worker black women who will do anything for the Democrats. Let's talk about that for a minute. Because people are thinking that it's sexist. If you look at female voters, if you just isolate female voters, many of them vote for progressive policies. They vote for higher taxes, and they vote for these liberal policies, and many of them vote for Democrats, right? Generically speaking. Somebody made the charge that if you eliminate all the female voters, which I'm not advocating that you do, but I'm saying if you just look at the numbers, if no female voted, this country would be Republican. It would have never gone blue, ever. Never gone blue. We would have a Republican country if women didn't vote. Now, somebody made us think about it. Now, this is what I will say. We need to ask ourselves the question, because I don't think it's right that women shouldn't vote, but we need to ask ourselves the question that why are women voting in a position that's causing us to be a Democrat nation? Why? What are women doing? Mr. Tatum, many of these women are voting emotionally. That's the problem. They'll punch and pry and get you emotional and tell you what you want to hear. And then many of these women, not all, because y'all all are smart enough to not vote like this, but many of these women are falling for the emotional appeal and they're voting for progressive policies. And it's the only reason why we even battling Democrats right now. And I would argue, and I'm not in a position to say that women shouldn't vote, man. I don't believe that. That's very difficult to try to impress on people today. I don't think it'll work today. But I think that maybe the one of the reasons why Democrats were, and I don't even think Democrats were pushing that. They didn't want women to vote in the first place. So let me not even say that, because they didn't want black people to vote. They didn't want women to vote. They the party of the most oppression that we've ever seen in our country. Anyway, but why are women voting like this? Why? How do we influence women enough to wake them up to stop voting like this? Because these women who are voting like this are killing us. Let's get to the rest of it. Who spent a night in a hotel, then leaves all of their suitcases in the room? Tens of thousands of Humvees, helicopters, Humvees. I said Humvees. Humvees, helicopters, and 300,000 rifles and UAV drones. I think Taylor is alluding to the fact that there was very suspicious that we left everything behind and let them get it. It's crazy to me. Let's see. Megan, thanks so much for the super chat. Appalachian State University has given a $5,000 raise money. Let's see. Is having a 5K. I'm thinking 5,000. Is having a 5K to raise money for the families of Sergeant Chris Ward and Deputy Logan Fox in Boone, North Carolina. That's great. That's great. Awesome. If you live there, you should participate in that. I'm sending you another $50 because you are dropping truth bombs. I'm from Australia, and I am highly concerned about what is happening. We should be. We should all be concerned. We should all be concerned. Let's see. Crash, thank you so much for the super chat, $50 super chat. Ron DeSantis 2024. Daryl, thank you for the super chat. All right, listen. I am just as tired of this BS as you guys are. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the fakeness. I'm tired of the feckless Republicans. I'm tired of these fake Democrats. I'm tired of everybody living in the twilight zone. These politicians do not care about you. They only care about getting reelected so they can get money and build a legacy for themselves and hopefully retire. That's why they want to keep getting elected. Even if they don't want to be in office, they want to keep getting elected so they can get a pension. They don't care about you. When COVID-19 hit, they still get their money. When the shutdowns hit, they still get their money. You don't get your money, they don't care, they still get their money. They don't send their kids to public school, they send their kids to private school. So if they got them wearing masks and doing all kind of crazy stuff in the public school system, they don't care because their kids go to private school. They don't care. They don't care about defunding the police. They don't live in a place where police are needed. They don't need the police. They got private security, and they live in gated communities in a nice neighborhood. They don't care. They got surveillance cameras and all kind of stuff around their house. They ain't thought twice about what you're talking about. They talking about banning AR-15s, and they got a house full of guns. And if they don't have an AR-15, they gonna hire people who got one. They don't care about you. You the one need an AR-15 at your house. They don't need one. They hire people that carry one. They don't need one. They don't need to worry about police or nothing. They can quickly, they live in D.C., they can quickly say, oh, no, defund the police. Then they act like they really involved and they really care about the people in the cars. And then you're dumb enough, not y'all because y'all smart, I'm talking about your auntie and them, dumb enough to vote for these fools. when they don't believe what they saying. Cori Bush, Black Lives Matter. Our black men are being hunted down. In her district, in Cori Bush's district, which she said she'll spend over $100,000 or whatever it costs to get her own private security. She wants to defund the police. And in her district, the last 2 black men that were shot unarmed, and I'm just assuming that they was wrong. And you know they probably got shot for a reason. But just assume that they were wrong. The last 2 black people that got shot unarmed in her district was one in 2020 and the other one in 2015. And your biggest motive is to push defund the police. And her district is the murder capital of the country per capita. St. Louis got the highest murder rate per capita in the entire country, the last time I checked. And most of them are black people killing other black people. And she ain't said a word about that, but she talking about defunding the police. In the same community that need the police the most, she want to defund the police. In the same community that black people are killing each other at breakneck speed, she don't want to do nothing about it, ain't even mention it. Don't even care. But she care about black and brown bodies. Don't even care. Okay. All right, I'm just telling the truth. I don't know how to do nothing else but tell the truth. Darren, thanks so much for the super chat. Terenius, thanks so much for the super chat. Malcolm X has been proven more correct than even in 2021. I agree. Authorized U.S. Embassy to fly rainbow flags, then U.S. is utterly humiliated. No coincidence. This is spiritual, folks. End result is woke culture. Woke culture ends in complete f***ery. All right. So for those of you watching, man, I don't cuss. I just push the button and try to add it in there. Anyway, but you know what I'm saying. You implement whatever words you want to hear behind that. But this woke culture is out of control. It's out of control. It's out of control. It's out of control. I'm so woke, I'm going to wear 3 masks in the grocery store because I care about the people. I'm so woke, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. And then they support number white businesses. Ain't got a black friend on their page. Black Lives Matter, put a black square. A black square. But I'm afraid to go to South Central. I'll never go and help out in the poor communities. I did my part by posting square. That's square. Yeah, I'm Black Lives. And they won't even talk to black people. You ask one of them fools, would you date a black man? No, I only date white guys. Black Lives Matter. These people are so stupid. Anyway, any Marine reading this, please reach out to others and vets and pray for the families of the 2-1 and the 8-1. Many others are in critical condition. Yeah, we pray for those military veterans, or not military veterans, but people that are in the service right now, many of which who've gotten killed today. Stephanie, thanks so much for the super chat. God bless you and your family. Thank you for your service and the video you put out. I appreciate it. Jiffer, thanks so much for the super chat. Mr. Tatum, we need to separate ourselves from this world and its law and focus on Jesus and his law. Amen. Base, Air Force Base, as also Officer Tatum, as always. Hold on. Okay, I said Air Force Base. I'm thinking of military stuff. It says based as F. So based as F. Based as always, Officer Tatum, rant, always keep up the great work. But I swear. See, this is the thing. You can still make it and not be that smart, because I swear I ain't that smart and I can't read that good. But I'm still successful. Then you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Let's see. Please. Let's see. Please contest the experimentation on troops. They're conflating the mRNA injection with traditional vaccines. I agree 100%. Too many sheep following our selected commander-in-chief, 100%. You are awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see, JD, thank you for the super chat. My prediction for the 2022 midterms, quote, the people who vote decide nothing. The people who count the votes decide everything. Joseph Stalin. Now, I can't prove that Joseph Stalin said that, but that sounds something like Joseph Stalin would say. Let's see. After leaving millions and billions worth of weaponry, I don't want to hear jack about the Second Amendment. Chris Wood, thanks so much for the super chat. Emily, thanks so much for the super chat. Amelia, sorry about that. So when we stand up to fight back, what's up? I agree. Brandon, Trump released a video statement. Check Dan Scavino's Twitter. He's still the real leader of the country. I mean, I think he should still be in position, but he's not. Tattoo $5, Missy $5. Thank you so much for the super chat. Why have men become so weak? Okay, I'm sorry. And why have men become so weak that they are too afraid to stand up to these liberal female politicians and why does anyone vote for any of them? 100%. At the end of the day, the blame stops with the man. You know, I think the blame stops with the man. Men are so feckless today and scared, and they call me racist. I don't know if I want to say anything about that. Quit being soft, bro. Just speak up. Say what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? Most women vote by emotions, how they feel, not logical. Not y'all women. Y'all perfect. Y'all have never done that wrong in your life. So we're not talking about y'all. We talking about your cousin them and your and Aunt Nanette and them down the street. 2nd Battalion, 1st Marines, 1st Battalion, 8th Marines, Combat Logistics Battalion 2-4. You're in our prayers. Thank you. Thank you for that. BLM don't care about the true black lives. 16-year-old got killed last week in Sanford, Florida, right in front of his house by someone that drove by. I saw that 16-year-old drove by. They shot him multiple times in the face. 16-year-old. They drove by his house, shot him multiple times in the face. And they ain't gonna even put him. He don't even exist. Said thanks so much for super chat. Woke people are as asleep as they come. 100%. Tatum Trump 2024. So you mean terrorists can from Kabul can now come through an open border to a city that defunded the police? Incompetence or design? Both. And it's an incompetent design. Biden needs to take a cognitive test. I heard he's going to take by the end of the year. My name is Stephen. He ain't listen. They trying to force that dude out there. Impeach Biden and then Kamala need strong leaders. Woke is past tense. These fools are all asleep. 100%. Hello, people, wake up. The American. This is America falling. Save our beautiful country. 100. I agree 1,000%. It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna smoke a cigar, but these people are crazy, and we got to start fighting back. And fighting back don't necessarily start with violence, right? It doesn't have to be that way. You can fight back by just not falling into the narrative of your family members and stuff. Like, screw them, man. Screw them. Like, man, if my family member talking about Brandon, man, screw y'all, man. I want to come around you. I don't care about you. I don't need you. If you that dumb, I don't want to be around you anyway. Let a family member, and now if a family member disagree with me, that's different. But if you talking about, oh, you ain't in the family, we don't want him coming over here because he a Trump supporter. Man, I don't want to be over your raggedy house anyway. I don't need to be around you anyway. Now, I don't have family that do that to me. But if they did, if one of my family members came out, tried to pump their chest up, bro, I don't need to be around you. Why? I'm grown. I need to be around you. I'm grown. I got friends in my life that are just like my family. I go over their house. I don't need you. Why y'all falling for that stuff? Oh, my friend, I don't want to say nothing because that ain't your friend. That girl, that dude ain't your friend, man. If that person cannot agree to disagree, they ain't your friend. Why, don't feel attached to me. People don't owe these people nothing. They are not God. They're not putting air in the sky. They're not putting food on your table. Man, these people, man. That's my whole thing. Screw these people, man. You ain't my friend, bro. You ain't my, like they say in the hood, you ain't my round. Like, bro, we ain't cool like that. You think you dumb. You think you racist. No, you watching CNN all day. And you the one. I ain't gotta argue with you. You the one asleep. You the one asleep behind the wheel. Let's see, Juiced Up Game. Thank you for being someone real. You're the only news source I watch. I appreciate it. Keep up the great content. And for my family, yours, God bless you. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Y'all fake, man. Running around, feeling bad for these people. Man, y'all fake. You trash. You ain't doing nothing. Y'all just running y'all mouth. You dumb enough to listen to the TV all day long. You ain't done no research. Get up out of here. I don't need you as a friend, man. That's 80 million people voted for Trump. I know you can find some more friends. You don't need no family members treating you like that. You can find different people that can be like your family. Killing me, man. It's killing me. People be telling me that. I'm like, bro, I don't know if it's just me, but I ain't never gave up about none of this. Y'all don't want to be around me. Some girl didn't want to date me because I really liked her. We went on the first date. I really liked her. She didn't want to date me because I believed that homosexuality is a sin. I told her, I said, I don't care. Ain't got nothing to do with me. But the way the Bible is set up, this is a sin, and I believe that. I can't date a man that believes that homosexuality is a sin. Bye. You the one gonna die alone, or die with a beta male. Go ahead. I don't care. You know how many women in the world? Bye. My wife was waiting on me. I was wasting my time with that fool. Y'all need to be stronger, man. You on the right side of this thing. You are on the right side. You are winning this. You are on the right side. At the end of the day, you are speaking truth. These people are in delusional land. I don't care if it's 500 people in front of you telling you something. You know you're right. Screw these people. Especially if you're a Christian. If you're a Christian, bruh, y'all need to step y'all game up. Jesus, I ain't seen one time in the Bible where Jesus was like, man, I don't know, man. The Pharisees are saying all this stuff about me ain't even true. I ain't even no hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even blaspheming, but they keep telling me I'm blaspheming. I guess, you know what I'm saying? They used to be my friends. Judas used to be my friend. How he gonna turn on me like this? See, I knew Judas. I knew I didn't have no friends. Jesus wasn't like that. Jesus was like, one of you will betray me. If you live long enough, you should know somebody gonna betray you. And tell them, let the dope hit you behind the head. What you think you doing to put me in a position negative? God has already set that negative up for a positive. You can think all you want. You could think you finna hurt me. You think you hurt me. You ain't hurting me. You just set me up for my next blessing. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. I almost want to give postcards to people that hate on me. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you try to send me a text that's supposed to hurt my feelings. Thank you. Because you finna push me into another position. And I could bash on you. I could clown you, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep living my life and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm going to be going here. You're going to be going here if you keep doing things to hurt me. I don't know why people don't get that at this point. You can try to hurt me all you want. I don't care. God is elevating me. Just like Joseph. Just like Joseph. I think it's Joseph. They thought they finna sell him into slavery. They tried to kill him. I think it's Joseph, ain't it? They tried to kill him. Sell him into slavery. They wanted him dead. They were hating on him. Sold him into slavery. Told daddy that he'd fall down a pit or something. They thought they really was messing him over. God already had him set up. He like, look, bro, you finna sell him into a blessing. And his blessing is finna be even better than your blessing. Keep trying to sell him. Keep trying to put your brother down. Keep trying to bash on David. They didn't even talk about David. They came look for the son. His daddy brought the other sons up there. He forgot David out in the field. Where David at? Where David at? He in the field out there grinding. Then what? David ended up being the king of Israel. Not the brothers. David. That's why see, I'm finna start preaching. It's time to preach a little bit. I want y'all to understand this, especially for you Christians out there. Understand this. If you believe in God, keep the faith. Don't let none of this stuff detract you. If they fire you, let them fire you. God got something better for you. You stand up on your principles. Don't let nobody fearmonger you into backing down as a Christian. You say what you're going to say and you just let God deal with it. And the more you do that, the more success you are going to have. Trust me. The more you jump off the cliff and let God save you. I'm not talking about literally jumping off a cliff because God ain't told you to jump off no cliff. Figuratively jumping off the cliff of faith. The more you jump, the more God saves you. And then the more you are trusted. I done stuff where I walked away from stuff and didn't have no income. I didn't have no income. I didn't have no long-term income. I had a little something, and that could go away. I had a little bit saved, but I wasn't making no income. Then I left an opportunity and I said, I'm just gonna jump and leave with faith and go to this next opportunity. And then it materialized. Okay, I'm good. I got enough. I'm making a little money now. Okay, I got a little salary right now. That's good. Then I said, you know what? I want to be independent. I'm not going to let nobody tell me how to run my life. I'm not going to tell nobody tell me how to run my social media. I'm not going to let nobody run me, nobody own me. So I said, look, I'm going to go out on my own. Jumped off on my own, making a little bit of money on the YouTube channel, making just a little bit. Didn't know what I was going to do. I said, you know, if stuff hit the fan, I'll go get a job. But I'm finna jump out here and see where it go. What God rescued, God took care of me again, took care of me again. But if I never trusted him in the first place, I'm be honest, I'll be still a police officer to this day, running into all these issues that are going on and never reaching the full potential of what God wanted me to do. Not what I wanted to do. I still wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to be the police chief. I went back to school to get my master's degree. That's what I wanted. God wanted something different for me. Now, if you let fear control me, that I would have done what I wanted to do and never got to where God wanted me to be at. I would have been doing what I wanted to do and never had the amount of influence that I have now to preach the gospel and tell the truth. So many people have been blessed because of this channel. And that ain't me. That's because I did what God told me to do, and he set me up in a position to be successful. Somebody finna get blessed on what I just said. All you gotta do is internalize what I said. I don't know where you at in your life, but you know. But this is what you need to know. Trust God. When they get ready to tell you they're gonna fire you on your job, you stand up for yourself because you're doing what's right. And if they fire you, let them fire you. Get another opportunity. Do something different. If that's how far you want to go. Now God may be speaking to you and telling you to stay on that job. I don't know. I'm not God. But I tell you what, man, if you get to a crossroads where you feel like you have to make an ethical decision, you do what you believe is right and let all the other stuff work itself out. And if everybody did that, this country would be a better place. If everybody said, I'm a nurse and y'all not finna mandate us to do this, we all finna walk off the job. And if y'all all walked off the job, what are they gonna do? They can't stand losing 30 nurses at one time. What they gonna do? They're gonna have to change their doggone tune. But the problem is you can't get 30 people to have faith. You can't get 30 people to take a chance. You know, I think about this all the time when I was a police officer. Like when I wasn't a police officer, who gonna run at them bullets? Nobody's running at bullets. You ducking, you dodging, you running, you hiding. When I became a police officer, I'm running at them bullets. Y'all ain't got to worry about who gonna pull up first. I'm pulling up first. That mentality created a beast in me because I'm not afraid of nothing. I'm not afraid of anything. I pull up first. If you with me on something and you like, who gonna ride? I'm pulling up first. If you ready to go, you know B. Tatum gonna pull up first. That's it. There ain't no who gonna say something. No, B. Tatum gonna say something first. I'm gonna get involved. I'm gonna get it jumping. And if I'm the only person by, I'm just gonna die by myself then, because I'm getting it jumping. I'm not gonna ever cower to nobody. Nobody ever, never. The government, nobody. I'm not cowering to nobody. I'll jump it off. You want to jump it off? Well, I'll jump it off. I'm not afraid of dying for what's right. I think people need to realize I'm not afraid of dying for what's right. I'll take it there because I know it's right. And I know God got my back on the back end. If my lights go out, then I know I'm gonna meet him on the other side. I ain't got nothing to be afraid about. If I'm doing what's right. Now I'm out here trying to steal rental cars and stuff, then hey, God may not meet me on the other side. Don't get out here and be like, yeah, see, I'm gonna steal this car. Brandon ain't told. No, Brandon ain't told. God, you heard me. You know what I was saying. I ain't never told nobody to steal no car. Do what's right. And you can do it with confidence, knowing that God will support you even if it look dark. Even if it look dark. I've had dark days. I'm gonna get to your super chats in a second. I have had dark days. I have had days I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up. I wanted to end it. I've had them days. If people see Brandon Tatum on the YouTube channel and think that, man, Brandon been doing YouTube and got all these views and stuff. I have had dark days. YouTube life, not as dark. My days have not been as dark, YouTube life. But when I was a cop, had some dark days. When I was playing football, I had dark days. Some of y'all can relate to what I'm saying. I remember my 5th year, coach didn't put me in the game. Now, some people think this funny, but people that play football that know what I'm talking about, he didn't put me in the game after 5 years of me grinding, after 5 years of me knowing I'm the best player on the football team, at least the best player in my position. 5 years. Humiliation, disrespect, grinding every summer. busting my tail, getting better than everybody, beating people in sprints, just doing my thing, learning the playbook, doing it all, grinding. Like God got my back. I don't care what none of y'all do. I don't care what none of you say. Y'all can play me all you want, bro. I'm still gonna kill it. I'm gonna make you look bad because I'm the baddest dude on the team. And if you don't put me in, you gonna look bad, not me. First game of the season, he didn't put me in. Now I played on special teams. He didn't put me in. Hurt. That was a dark day for me. I cried like a baby. I cried. I was in my community. I walked to it was a park in my. I had white pants on. I laid in the grass and cried like a baby. I was hurt. I've had them days, man. And people don't understand if you ain't never played football at a high level. You ain't never put your body through all of that stress. You ain't never done all that just to get a result like that. And they were playing me. They knew they were wrong when they did me like that. They knew they were wrong. Everybody knew they were wrong. People on the team knew they were wrong. Everybody knew they were wrong. But they were so stubborn that they could never undo that. Dark days, laid in the grass in my white pants, with my favorite pants, and I cried like a baby. Cried. I was hurt. My soul was hurt. The day I was supposed to get drafted, even though I didn't play much in college football, my agent said the Oakland Raiders are going to draft you. They called him and said they're going to draft me in the 6th or the 7th round. I was be the only defensive back or the only safety that they drafted in 2010. I said, God has answered my prayers. Forget what them coaches had done all that time. They know I was good enough to play, but they played me anyway. Matter of fact, at the end, they told me I would play. The coaches said I'd play in the NFL, although they didn't want to play me on the football field. On draft day, my whole family was at the house. They started picking out an order. They passed on me on draft day. Broke my heart. I was hurt. I was mad at God. Now just imagine, that's all I knew was football. My whole life was football. I went through all of that in college. Just for them to tell my agent they were going to draft me and then not draft me. Y'all have no idea the pain that I felt. I was hurt, devastated. But I didn't punk out. I didn't quit going. I kept busting it. I kept working out. I kept trying. I kept going to next opportunities. Next opportunity. I got a job. While I was training for the NFL, I worked the Decennial Census Bureau. I was knocking on people's door doing the census. You know what I'm saying? While I was training, I worked for this lady, my friend Mama. She would pay me like $100. I come help her good out of house. Put up the carpets, pull down the cabinets. Sometimes she had me paint the cabinets. I don't know what she was flipping these houses. I was working for $150. Whatever I could make, driving over there to that house. I ain't never forget, pulling up them carpets and all this. I didn't know what I was doing. She said, pull the carpet up. All right, I pull the carpet up. To tear them doors off there and stack them over there. I tear them doors off, stack it on the side. She gave me like $150. I was doing anything I can to make it. I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I didn't punk out. I didn't throw in the towel. I just kept grinding. And then I kept grinding and it led me to another opportunity. Before I became a police officer, I was working at the Verizon Wireless Premium Retailer, making $8 an hour. Never got a bonus. Never. Making minimum wage, never got a bonus. And these clowns out here crying about minimum wage. I need a livable pay. I made minimum wage. I hated that job. I showed up every day. I hated that doggone job. But I didn't punk out and start crying and they don't even pay me enough. I just kept grinding. Then I got the opportunity to be on the police department. I went from $8 to $21.88 an hour. Now that I think about it, $45,000 a year was nothing. I put my life on the line for $45,000 a year. That's before taxes. So I was making nothing. Grinding, put my life on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I've had them times. I've had times on social media where I had to grind, making videos every day, traveling, doing all this other stuff. It's a blessing. I ain't gonna lie. It's fun to do it too. So it's not just a grind where you just dreading it, but it's a grind, man. You know, I don't understand, man. I don't understand. People always complaining about something. Always complaining. Don't complain, dude. Just grind. And when I say grind, don't just grind. Don't be working hard. Work smart too. You could do a lot of stuff not getting nothing done. The beauty is to get a lot done, and you don't have to be doing a lot, but you're getting a lot done. I know a lot of people that do a lot of stuff and don't be accomplishing nothing. You know, let me get these super chats real quick. I think I have them on here. I see Line Wolf 36. The reporter asked Biden the right question, but they let him turn it into a history lesson word salad. Stay on point. Keep them on point. Example, read the definition of the word vaccine. Until they read it, ask it again. 100%. You know, it's funny because the news let them get away with murder. Man, that dude on there talking stupid as five left shoes, and they just let him go on to the next question. It's like, bruh, if that was Trump, man, they'd be digging in his rear for 3 hours. He wouldn't even be off the stage. They'd be digging in him. They see 21 people who dislike this live chat must be Biden voters. Oh, they Biden voters, and they haters. They watch all of my videos. Stand up for what you believe, even if you stand alone, 100%. I don't care about standing alone in this world, man. I got Jesus. I stand by myself. I love my wife. I don't want to stay without my wife and my kids, but I will if I had to. Woke people think that they can stand with Taliban and say, "Yay, America sucks," as if they wouldn't shoot them in the face first before anyone. You don't love your country. They know you've got no loyalty to offer them either. 100%, bro. Let me tell you something, man. These people they whooping these women with lashing these women. The same dumb people over here talking about Taliban, they hate America. They'll throw you off a building if you claim you gay. Throw you to your death with no remorse. Beat you, shoot you, kill you, execute you, behead you. They'll do all this stuff to you and laugh at you. And to be honest, never mind. I'm going to let that go. Because, God, I'm trying to be right. I'm 20 and I took the vaccine because the way my family was viewing me. Don't do it. You 20, man. You grown, man. F them people, man. I don't care how they view you. You better not do it. I mean, if you want to take it, take it. If you think it's right, take it. But don't do nothing because somebody pressured you into doing something. Don't ever do that again. Don't do that. I don't care how they look at you. Then if something go wrong with you, they ain't going to be there to support you. They can't fix you. If you want to take it, then take it. But if you don't want it, don't worry about what people say about you. Don't worry about what people trying to tell you to do. People can think I'm stupid all they want. I don't care about you. You ain't God. As long as God is pleased with me, I don't care what you think. I don't care what nobody think, to be honest. I don't care. I mean, even if something somebody said bothered me, it's only going to bother me for a little bit, and then I'll be over it. Never thought I'll see the day when I see my country want to take away our rights to bear arms and weaponize terrorists, the same enemy that attacked our sovereign nation 20 years ago, 100%. In Expo, let's see, if people were so scared, they would stay home. Question, why is the Biden administration legitimizing the Taliban? I feel like I'm living in a twilight zone, 100%. Rick, thank you for the super chat. Paul, it's so hard when everyone feels so alone. Man, listen, please, people. Understand, you better get your relationship right with God. You'll never feel alone if you got your relationship right with God, if it's right. If you play in church and stuff, of course, you'll feel alone all the time because you probably are. Get your stuff right with God so you don't have to feel like you need to depend on other people because they are going to F you every time. I'm just being honest, man. People are dirty. I have people do me dirty. It's not a lot because I have a lot of loyal people that are really great to me because I'm a good person and I treat them well. But people that you trust are going to turn their back on you at some point. It's going to be somebody. It's going to be a Judas. And everything you do, there's going to be a Judas. I had a dude that was one of my good friends, man. We had a really good friendship. And homeboy just decided to turn his back on me. And I supported him. I remember when he lost his job, he was in between jobs, and I gave him money. I said, look, bro, don't you have to pay me back. Look, I take care of yourself. This is how much you need. See, that's what a real friend do to you. I say, how much you need, bro? How much money you need? I think it was like $1,000 or $2,000 or something like that. I said, look, here, I got a little extra money. Take this money and pay me back when you can. I ain't really tripping about it. I think he paid me back a year later or something. I wasn't even tripping. I ain't even asking for it. Never spoke about it. But now we ain't cool. And he on the other side. He cool with dudes that hate me. He buddy with dudes that hate me. And them dudes would never do nothing for him. They'll never go to bat for him. They'd never be loyal. You know, maybe he was really hating on me the whole time. I don't know. But I thought he was my real good friend. I got you, B. I'm in the same way, I think, like you, 100%. Let's see. Caroline, thanks so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let's see. Liberty or Death. I'm a disabled veteran, M1A2. Abraham, let's see. Abrams Gunner. I am so embarrassed, and I said, I'm so embarrassed and sad right now. People are still defending former VP Biden. Why do we go? Why? Yeah, I know. I understand, man. Keep your head up, though. Keep your head up, man. You did your part. You did good while you were in service. Don't let none of this stuff they doing now affect you. You did your part. You did what you're supposed to do. Do you still believe in the Acts 2:38 message? Be Tatum 100%. What you Acts 2:38? I might well have Acts 2:38 tattooed on my heart. 100%. Acts 2:38. What? You ain't a Christian if you don't believe in Acts 2:38. That's a part of the Bible. Anyway, baptized in Jesus' name, filled with the Holy Spirit. 100%. Denise Copeland, thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Emmett Martin, 261. Your favorite LaCroix flavor. Somebody saw I was drinking LaCroix. This one is passion fruit, and I don't really do LaCroix like that. My wife bought a bunch of these, and I was thirsty, so I just grabbed one. I'm not really big on the LaCroix stuff. Just heard from Hodge Twins about a September 7th call off work peaceful protest to get our freedom back. That's cool. That's good. Me and my wife wanted to coordinate something like that, but I was like, man, I have no idea where to start. So it's good that they got something going. You know, I might reach out to them. Do you think they will make quarantine isolation facilities camps in the United States like the ones in Australia? Good luck. I will shoot it out over that. So good luck. And you say, Denise Copeland Stamp, thanks so much for another super chat. I appreciate it. Ain't finna force me in no concentration camp. America better stop being cowards. It's better that you do a little bit. It's better that you do a little bit at a time than you have to be crazy at the end of the day. That's why when you have a problem with somebody, and I'm learning this, I'm not good at this all the time. When you have a problem with somebody, you need to address it as it go. Don't let it build up. Because if you have a problem with somebody and it build up, then when you actually address it, it comes out in a more extreme fashion. It's like that with anything. People, anything. Off topic, but what happened with the energy drink? Somebody said what happened to energy drink. Energy drink's still going, man. Our energy drink is already formulated. It's just the funding, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. It costs a lot to do an energy drink, so there's a little bit of a funding thing that we're trying to work through. But the energy drink is rolling. Best energy drink you'll ever drink. I almost want to guarantee money back, but you know, maybe people's palates are different. But best energy drink you will ever drink, 100%. Now, and then it's gonna be the only thing that's gonna be better than our energy drink is the next energy drink we make. So it's out there. We just got to bring it to market a little quicker. Now we may do a stick pack version of it first. So just so you guys know, we may be able to do a stick pack version of it first, and then we can get the bottles out because it costs a lot of money. And we are trying to, you know, the philosophy of financial success, in my opinion, is using other people's money to make money. Keep that in your mind. You always need to use somebody else's money to make money. Don't ever use your money to make money. And when I say that, I mean in the bank. Use the bank's money to make money. If you have a business plan and you have a strategy that you know will be successful and it's gonna yield a return on your investment, why would you spend your money? You get a low interest loan from the bank and you let that money make money for you and pay it off and pay it back. That's how I would do it. Because some people build up all their savings account and then they dump their savings into something. Don't do that. Keep your savings. Keep your money in your pocket. Leverage the bank to fund your endeavors. As long as you have a trusted return on investment. So for us, the energy drink is still rolling. We may do the stick packs first because it seems to be. Let me tell you guys why. So some of you guys are invested in the energy drink and you're thinking about when it's going to come out. The reason why it's better to do the stick packs probably first, to roll them out first, is because trying to ship an energy drink in the form in which we've developed them, they're heavy and they're going to cost a lot of money. It's easier to get a stick pack to you because we can send you a whole bag of them. And then once we send you a bag of them and you guys write great reviews, then we get them in the grocery store in the form of a bottle or the can version. And if we get the cans version out in the grocery stores or whatever the case may be, then you can go around the country and you can buy them. But for the time being, it's better for us to start with the stick packs, I think, because we'll be waiting on funding from the bank to get the bottles out. And that's going to take, that probably is early next year or something like that. And I really want you guys to taste it because it's crazy. It's crazy. I can't say too much. I don't want anybody to try to steal our idea. God is first. We should prepare each day as if it were his day. Okay. Gal Pal Val is a somebody said Gal Pal Val is a terrible moderator, by the way. God is first. Is in spam. Just saying. Okay. I got to look at Gal Pal Val. I ain't never had no problem with Gal Pal Val. So, but I'll check on it if you say so. They're saying this is a spike of the unvaccinated, but everyone I've known lately that had COVID has taken both shots and gotten very sick. 100%. They already saying it. Listen, they pushed the rhetoric and they hid the numbers of people who were getting sick from vaccinations. Now people are dying after getting vaccinated. They can't hide the numbers anymore. Now they trying to now they shifting to you need a booster shot. That's what they do. Now they shifting that you need a booster shot now. It's like, nah, bro. Y'all said it was a pandemic of the unvaccinated. Now you realize that vaccinated people are in a worse situation than the unvaccinated. Now you're just talking about the booster shot and you've gotten rid of the pandemic or the epidemic of the unvaccinated. These people are stupid, man. They're evil. 9/7 call off work. 9/7 call off work. What are your thoughts about American allies not supporting us while Biden is in office? I don't blame him. Let's see. Do you see the hottest 10 recent video proposing a September 7th call in sick to work protests against employer mandates? I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it because I don't know the logistics of that. You know, like I would hate to tell people to do something that's not the best strategic for them, but they may have it all figured out. I haven't. I might get with them. I got one of their numbers. I'll text them and see what it is, because then it'd be good for us to push the same message, because then I can push the message out too that on September the 7th, just call in if you can or whatever. But I gotta get the details of that video, of that particular video. I'm just saying, man, I'm gonna say this for the record for YouTube, so you can never say that I'm telling people not to take the vax. I tell you what, man, if you believe in it and you want to take it, you take it. If you don't believe in it, you don't want to take it, don't take it. And our government shouldn't make anybody take anything. They should give you the option. They should give you the choice, because there are people that still take it and get sick. And people like myself have had it already, and I was just fine. My wife was even finer. So, they shouldn't be pushing stuff like this. It's not right. It's not good that they do that. And speaking of that, I got 4,300 people on here. Y'all make sure y'all go get my book, man, Beating Black and Blue. It's available for pre-order. I'm in the process of getting all the signed copies done. I think I got 2,500 signed copies that I have to get done. I think I'm doing 200 a day until I get them all signed. Now, my math isn't good, but my assistant, he put them together. He put the dates together for me to get them all done. So I would have to figure out the math on that. But I'm going to do 200 a day. So every day, like yesterday, I went to the cigar lounge. I think I got 200 done. I'm not counting. I'm just signing and moving. But so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm signing them, the signed copies. Now, and then the first one I signed, I put on there, this is my first book. So if you bought a signed copy and you get that book, that was the very first book that I signed. So just so you know, that was the very first book that I signed. So you got the very first book. I put in there my first book. But if you're interested in getting the book, Beating Black and Blue, I'm going to show you how to do it. You go right over here to Beating Black. Man, how am I spelling this wrong? Beaten. Okay, go to Beating Black and Blue. I'm just going to tell you to go to the .com because that's better. beatenblackandblue.com. Okay, you go to beatenblackandblue.com. I'm going to show you what you'll see. And I'll show you how you'll get to where you need to go, okay? You go to beatenblackandblue.com. This will pop up. You can get the book, pre-order Amazon, or you get the signed copy, right? So if you go to Amazon, and somebody say, why do you do Amazon? Because Amazon is one of the only people that will take a conservative book. Some of these other places won't even take your book if it's conservative. They will not take your book. And so Amazon allows me to do it, so I'm a capitalist. I'm going to let Amazon pay me money, and I'm going to let y'all get the book through Amazon. So you go on Amazon, and I can tell you, like at the beginning, my book was #1 bestseller. It's dropped off the charts because people haven't been talking about it much, but it was #1 bestseller the first week I announced it. But however, here's the book on Amazon. You can buy it right here, $23, $23.99. Go on and buy it or whatever. Add it to your collection. I'm trying to see where it's at right now. Yeah, it's the 55th law enforcement book. 40,000. My book was like top 100 the first week, but since the sales have slowed down, it's gotten to this point. But once we get it rolling again and I start really pushing it, I want to see this number at least, not in the nation. I mean, I would love for my book to be top 100, but I want it to be #1 law enforcement. It was #1 law enforcement, #1 violence in society, and it was like #4 in Black African American biographies. So we can get this thing to #1, but it's pre-order. Somebody came to me yesterday and was like, where my book at? It's pre-order. It's pre-order on here, right? When you click it, it'll tell you it's pre-order. Right here, it says pre-order. Pre-order. It's a pre-order book. It comes out November. It probably tell you here, published date, November the 30th, 2021, right here. It tells you when it comes out. It tells you how many pages in it. It's pre-order. So you can go in and pre-order it now. You can get it from here, or I don't know how to go back. Let me see. I'll go back. Okay, go back. I like when it's full screen. So you go to pre-order now. If you want the signed copy, you go to pre-order sign. See, let me say this too. When people buy the book from here, it says right here, pre-order now. Dude get mad at me because he have his book. You pre-ordered it, man. Pre-order signed copy. You go to pre-order signed copy. It'll take you to my website. This is the signed copy of the book. Now, they're sold out. If you are interested, I can make more signed copies available. They're sold out right now. If you're interested, go to notify me, put in your email or put in your phone number, and I'll make some more available for signed copies. Now, they're $39 a piece, which is after they are public, I'm gonna make them more expensive, right? Because, and this is the way I'm gonna do it, right? When they actually are available for sale, my signed copy is gonna go up a lot. And some of it is supply and demand, right? I mean, if I can't do I can't sign that many books. Like if 10,000 people bought the signed copy of the book, it would take forever to get your book, trying to sign 10,000 copies. But if somebody really want the copy and they're willing to pay the price for it, I will sign the copy for you. But you can get the regular book. That price will be, I'm assuming, relatively the same. If I see you somewhere in public and you have my book in your possession, I will sign your book on the spot. So just keep that in mind. 2,500 books I have to sign. It's pretty challenging. Now, if I may have some more available, depending on how I'll go through these books to sign them. If it's not that hard, if I can just get through them and my signature can stay normal, because the other day I was doing it, my signature started messing up because my freaking wrist was hurting. So my wrist was getting ridiculous. It was starting getting floppy. So I was like, oh, okay, I need to stop signing. So some of y'all may get some signatures on there. It's still mine, but it may not be so crisp. But you can get this signed copy right now, of course, like I said. And also, if you're in the military, if you're a police officer, first responder, you get 10% discount on my store, right? If you're a teacher, if you're a student, if you're a truck driver, you're a senior citizen, you get a discount on my store. So you get 10% off this. If somehow you got a discount code somewhere, somehow you can apply the discount code to the book. One of the strategies that we use, because people can use discount codes, and we didn't want to go underneath the threshold of how much I got to buy these books for. So if you get discounts, that price will drop. If you don't have a discount, you'll pay that number. Matter of fact, I'll just give y'all want a discount on the book, but I'll give you the discount on the book if you want the signed copy. Just know that give me some time and I'll open up the availability for signed copy. I can't give you a discount on the other books. I can only give you a discount on signed copies. So let me just go with this. I'll give a discount another time. When I reopen it, maybe I'll give some discounts out. It just depends. If you're a military personnel, you can go and sign up. But notify, put your email in. If I make more books available, you will be emailed immediately, and you will know. But I'm going to do a hard push on the books because I really want our book to be the bestseller. And the question is, why, Brandon? Why would I buy your book? Well, this book is really a dynamic book of stuff you will never hear anywhere else. Not unless another dude like me write a book like this. You have a little bit about me growing up. I give my life story just a little bit in the book. I didn't want this to all be about my biography, but I give that perspective. I talk about defunding the police. I give statistical data about all of these things that you can use to defend yourself against other people. I have other police officers that I interviewed in the book. So it's not just Brandon Tatum's perspective. It's a variety of police officers, both black and white. And we talk about police shootings, justified or not, explaining all of that stuff. And at the end of the book, of course, it's 200 pages, so it's a lot in between. I'm just giving you the Reader's Digest version. But at the very end of the book, we give solutions, which I think is incredible because it gives people hope. But, I mean, we go through everything. You're going to know some stuff about me that I've never said publicly, you know what I'm saying? So that'll be in the book. Some stories that I've never told you guys will be in the book. Just the stories of the other police officers are really great, man. Interviewing those police officers and hearing their perspective was tremendous. I'm not going to even lie, man. It was pretty cool. It was pretty freaking cool, man. Because it was good to hear that not every police officer thinks the same. And it was pretty good to hear some of the stories from a few of the police officers that are in my book. I mean, some stuff that I was like, dang, man, your story is just as good as mine. You know what I'm saying? Or your story is worse than mine. You know what I mean? I say worse. I mean, when you're growing up, one of the officers in my book, I'm not going to say who it is, but man, when I read, because I had to get it transcribed. So his transcription of the interview that I did with him, I was incredibly shocked that his birth, when, he was growing up, his dynamic with his mom and daddy was crazy. It was crazy. And so I'm just blessed, man. It's a good book. It's a good book. It was a dream of mine that came true that I said one day I'm going to write a book called Being Black and Blue. And I had another one. It was this one and it was another one. I'm not going to say it because I don't want y'all to steal my ideas, but I'm just playing. Not y'all. Y'all perfect. Y'all never do me wrong at all, ever. But I said I want to write two books, man. One of my books I want to write Being Black and Blue. And God blessed me to be able to write this book. I mean, it's amazing, man. It was amazing. It took me a while. But, of course, I had to get people to edit it because y'all know I can't read or write that good. So it took me a while to get it out, edited. I had to edit it. I had editors relook at it. I had to add a lot of stuff. I had to change some stuff, So it was all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I want to write more books. At first, I thought that it was going to be so daunting that I'd never do it again. But after it's all said and done, it was like, all right, I can do another one. Not right now, but I think I can do another one. And a lot of the book, is these dynamic stories that you guys are used to hearing me tell. So it reads really good because I wanted to be able to do it in my own voice, where I don't have to be so grammatically correct. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of wrote it like I speak, and which is cool. So when I do the audiobook, which I'm gonna have an audiobook at some point, here soon, I'm gonna have the guy come over and tune the audio so it can be the right audio. And at nighttime, I'm gonna come and read the book so I can do it on the audiobook. But the beauty of the audiobook is it sounds just like me because it's written like I talk. I didn't try to be somebody else and write proper English. I mean, of course, I had to have some grammatical structure to it. So some words had to change because some of it was so grammatically incorrect the way I talk that I had to fix that. But I type like I talk, and that's the best way to do it. And then so when I read it, you guys it's gonna sound like it's coming just straight from me, versus me reading a super chat. Y'all see how I read these super chats. Anyway, let me get a couple of these super chats again, and I'm gonna get up off here because I think I need to sign more books tonight. I'm supposed to do 200 a day, so I got some more to do. Where am I at on the super chats? Governor of Texas positive for COVID, then negative in 4 days. Be wise, people. I see. Did I get the Okay. Big love from across the pond. I appreciate it. Let's see. Our government has been bought by CCPing Pooh. CCPing Pooh. And he's using them to change the citizenry. He is an agent of the evil, and BLM does his game plan. I agree. Tell me how my best friend tested negative 3 times while his wife tested positive 3 times, and they live together, sleep together, and everything. She is vaccinated, but he isn't. I know. I'm telling you what, somebody that worked with us, had COVID symptoms and tested negative for COVID. Had all the COVID symptoms, everything, and tested negative.
You still on live?
Yeah. The baby want to come join? Come here.
I think we'll give everybody a big smile.
Come here. Come here, you little
Give
rat.
everybody a big
What you
smile.
doing, you little
tonight.
buddy? You so heavy now? Why you so heavy? Hey, buddy. He can fly. The
Say
baby
hi.
can fly.
He might spit up on you.
I hope he don't spit up on me.
He
Say hey
gives
to
you
everybody.
A big smile.
Say hey.
Say hi.
I'm scared of him. I'm laughing at him. What's up, buddy?
So it's time to go zippies. It's time
You
to
supposed
go
to be asleep?
zippies. Yeah, it's time to go zippies.
You supposed to be
Time
asleep?
to go zippies. It's time to go zippies. Give me that chicken
Look,
wing.
he finna slob all over me.
Give me that chicken wing. Give me that chicken
Look at all. He's probably so distracted by all these
wing.
lights and
There's
stuff.
so much going on.
What you doing, Bobo? What you doing, Paw Paw?
Hi. Give everyone a big smile tonight.
What is your mama doing?
Say hi. Say hi.
Don't try to go for that LaCroix. Say hi, buddy. Say hi. Say hi to everybody.
Let's get into this.
All right, put you up here, see what you do. Look at him. He's standing up on his own. What are you looking at? You looking at you? Are you looking at Joe? Are you looking at Joe, little body? Look at this boy. Y'all see this little potato? His mama trying to tickle him, make him laugh.
Smile.
He is mesmerized at looking at himself on the TV screen. It's me, your daddy. It's me. Yeah, it's me right there too.
Come on, kid.
He's confused. He's looking
I
at me
know.
here and he's looking at me over there. What you doing, Paw Paw? What you doing, buddy?
Say hi, everybody. Oh, there it is.
You see yourself?
There it is.
You see yourself?
Look at him dribble.
You see yourself? Who is that little man right there? Who is that little guy? Who is that little guy? Is that you? Uh-oh, kicked my drink over. Is that you? Is that you?
He's gonna spit on the keyboard.
Is that you, Popo?
He just toot.
Is that him farting?
He's tooting. Come on, it's bedtime.
All right, time to go to
I just
bed.
figured I'd give everyone a
Say
big
goodbye to
smile.
everybody.
Say bye.
Say bye, 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 bye.
Come on.
You better go to bed tonight. You hear me?
Come on. It's sleepy time. It's sleepy times.
Boy, he's just slobbing all over me. It's just all over my hand. Ooh. See you later, buddy. All right, I'm finna get off here. That little fat thing. Where's my other little troll at? Come up here, little troll. He down there playing that video game again. Anyway, let's see. Tell me how the best friend got COVID. Oh yeah, I got that. Thank you for joining the Tatum squad. Todd's thing got rejected. I don't know how that happened. Rebecca Ortiz, $25. Thank you so much. McNeil, I went back to the beginning of the video, so this is a little late, but I do believe Biden would spank kids. You know what I mean? Let's see. Go to Rumble and watch Jeffrey Prather's video. $99 super chat. Thank you much, True Trader Group. I appreciate it. Rebecca, little man is too cute. The fact I'm in love. Let's see, True Trader, thank you so much for another $99 super chat. And let's see, Michelle, thank you so much. Come on over here, boy. Look at this little apple head. Come over here. Come over here. Say what's up to everybody.
Hey,
What's your name?
Caden.
How old are you?
10? No, 11.
You're 10. You don't even know how old you are. Had that big old birthday party and forgot how old he was.
11.
What you want to say to the people? You got something to say to the people?
Like and subscribe, or else I'm coming to your house.
Boy, you make it threats like your daddy. Boy, you like a daddy. Hey, what time is it? All right, you got some time. All right, my son, he's so funny. He said he's going to come to your house. You don't hit that like and subscribe button. You heard him. He's serious, too. All right, let's see. What a cute little squishy. Yeah, little Bo is just the cute as a little button. A little cute self. And then my other little boy, that little boy is a string bean. He only 11 and I'm 6'2". He 11 and he come up to my chest, probably my shoulders at this point. But anyway, man, I love you guys, man. Thank you for watching, man. Thank you. You know what? Making videos is so much easier when I'm live. I'm not going to even lie. Like, I say this every time, and I think that I'm probably making a mistake by doing this, but I'm like, if I just went live, do a poll. I want to do a poll real quick. Nah, because I know it's not that right. Sometimes y'all like the little short, quick videos. Y'all like the short, quick videos. So I might like go live like this on another channel. Do the videos on this channel. I may make another channel to go live. What do y'all think? Should I do it all on the same channel or switch it up? Because, like, I like going live. It just let me express myself about a lot of stuff. Doing the videos confine me to, like, one thought. So I feel like if I just go live and talk about everything I want to talk about live, I think that'll be cool. Somebody said they were 6'4" at 15. Yeah, my son gonna be. The doctor said he's gonna be at least 6'6". Let's see. Let me see. Y'all answering me now. I can't see it going too fast. Yeah, he gonna be taller than me, man. He gonna be way taller than me. That's why I got to keep him in line now, in case I have to body slam him. See, it's up to you. Same channel. Same. Everybody say same channel. Okay, same channel. Podcast. I want to start a podcast. I already got a name for my podcast. Maybe I'll do that. Go live here sometimes with like do a daily podcast. Live is best. Let's see. Thank you for the live. I prefer them. I'd keep it all on one channel. Good night. Lauren, thank you so much for the super chat. Podcast, yes. Let's see. It says Officer Tatum or make Officer Tatum or make Officer Tatum live channel. Podcast. Panel discussion. Same channel. Everybody wants the same. Okay, same channel. Podcast sound good. Podcast. Tatum cast. Tatum cast. Do a live podcast. Somebody said he made $355 off this stream. Not true. Let's see. I wonder how you calculate that. I guess if a person go back and try to look at all the super chats, but you're definitely not right because I'm looking at how much super chats came in here, and you're definitely not right. I will tell you if you're right. And then you got to understand too that like YouTube, they take a huge percentage of whatever is made on the channel. YouTube take a cut. So podcast. So unanimous vote says that if I do live streams, do the live streams here. Keep it on the same channel, but also do a podcast. Somebody said, where was ABL tonight? I canceled the group thing because I wanted to address this Joe Biden situation. So I kind of cut the group thing. I didn't want us to be deviating from Joe Biden. I didn't know if I thought it would be best if I just address it and deal with it. Be live Tatum. Do you believe Biden when he said that he would pound that he said he was bound by Trump-Taliban deal, you think he's just spreading blame? 100% he's spreading blame. Shut up, bro. You sign 1,000 executive orders. You bash Trump every chance you get. You said as soon as you get in office, you're going to remove everything he ever did. But somehow, this policy is, I'm bound by this policy. Shut up. You could have came in first day, renegotiated that. But people don't respect him. That's why they don't. That's why his renegotiation mean nothing. Yeah, YouTube keeps 30% of whatever you make on this thing. Somebody said they take 50. I think they take 30. Somebody said one person alone donated $300. Yeah, I don't think he wasn't right. I don't think he didn't add it up right. Of course, I think it was more than $300 here in Super Chats, but I wasn't saying that he was less than or greater than. He just wasn't accurate. I don't know where he got that number from. So say, your body, your choice. Should I vax? It's up to you. If you ask me my opinion, I don't. I wouldn't. I ain't. Why they negotiating with terrorists? I know. I don't know why Trump or Biden negotiated with terrorists. Maybe there's a chance to negotiate with terrorists to save American lives. Maybe. Trump negotiated and it worked out well. Seriously, anger about having to go half mast because of the nitwit. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy, man. That dude's a failure. They impeached Donald Trump over a phone call, and what was the first thing they impeached Trump over? What was the first thing they impeached him over? I forgot now. It was so stupid and insignificant that I forgot. What did they impeach Trump over, y'all, the first time? I forgot. Somebody said block these trolls. I don't never see troll comments. I never even look at it. Somebody said Seth is triggered. Collusion. What was it collusion with? He colluded with, who did he collude? Russia? I know it was the Ukraine was the second one, but the first one was, I noticed, was it Russia? I'll tell you how insignificant it is. I forgot about the first impeachment. I totally forgot about it. Now that I look back on it and people are saying that they impeached him over Russia collusion, that makes it even worse because they found out that he never colluded with Russia and none of his family had any dealings with Russia. And they impeached him over it. Damn, it's even worse. It's even worse after the fact because I forgot what they impeached him for. I knew it was insignificant. They impeached him for Russia and an investigation proved that he had nothing to do with Russia. I don't know how our country let them do this. In the second one, oh, no. I'm wrong. It wasn't Russia, it was Ukraine. The second one was the capital. That's what it was. I don't know why I thought they impeached him over the Russia, Ukraine, and something else. It was the second one was January 6th. Dang, boy, I tell you what, my brain is just, I'm so forgetful right now. None of it was real anyway. That's right. The Ukraine thing with that phone call was the first impeachment. They had the special counsel for Russia that they tried to impeach him over. And then they couldn't impeach him over that. And once they finally came to the conclusion, then they went to the Ukraine with a phone call. And I forgot they impeached him over January 6th. Oh my God, man. Man. Our country is crazy. Our country is crazy. Our country is absolutely crazy. And then they're not going to impeach a guy who caused our soldiers to get killed and American citizens to be killed and cause chaos in his negligence. But he won't get impeached. But they impeached Trump for a phone call with the Ukrainian president who said that everything was fine and there was nothing wrong with the phone call. He said he didn't feel like he was coerced. How did the president going to say? The president of Ukraine said there was nothing to the call. Trump said there was nothing to the call. When I read the call, it don't seem like it was nothing to the call, but they impeached him anyway. And then January 6th, they blew that out of proportion and they impeached him on that. But Joe Biden literally got people killed in Afghanistan, which, y'all, we're not out of the weeds. We're still there. We're still in conflict. We are going to have to retaliate against who did this. So now it's more and more carnage going to happen because of a negligent decision by Joe Biden. And they're not going to impeach him. They're not even talking about impeaching him. They impeached Trump over a phone call and a fake incitement of violence. When on the video at January 6th, he said, peacefully protest. They get to say peaceful protests mean violence. He said peacefully protest. The Ukrainian president said there was nothing there. How do we let the Democrats get away with this? How? Urbano, thanks so much for the super chat. Let's see. Emily said the call was number 1, 2 was January 6th. Affinity says he should be court-martialed, Joe Biden. Urbano, thank you again. Let's see. T. Law says, great channel. I couldn't believe what happened now. What's happening now? We could decimate the Taliban and ISIS in 30 days. I know, man. It's always something sketchy, man. Now think about this for a minute. China has jumped on board with the Taliban to a certain degree. They have a vested interest in that region. That's why we won't turn them into pancakes. That's why we won't turn them into a landfill. Because China has a vested interest. And Biden has sold us to China a long time ago. That's funny, man. I'm telling y'all, and I'm done, I promise. Our government is doing dirty deals with other countries on their own accord. And our country has to fit the bill for it. They have sold us to China a long time ago. Biden was doing dirt with his son and doing backdoor deals in China a long time ago. A long time ago. So don't underestimate Joe's ability to mess things up, Barack Obama. Like they sold us a long time ago. I'm telling you, y'all, our country is like a nonprofit organization. That's what our country is like. And people at the top, they go out and they do dirty deals with people behind the scenes to represent their own personal interests. And then they get out of presidency and they go on about their life and they whatever. And the next person that get in there, they do their deals with governments of other countries, with communist governments of other countries. And then they get out of office and they worth $100 million. And then the next people get in and they do dirty deals. And we down here living in the working sphere of this nonprofit organization, volunteering, doing the work, paying into it, fundraising. We doing all of this, but the people at the top are working in their best interest. They come into the organization worth nothing, and they leave worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And then they go up and use the private jet to fly their kids here and doing deals, using their position to do all these things. And then when they're not in office anymore, they put the next person in line. Our country is a Ponzi scheme. Ponzi scheme, nonprofit organization, whatever you want to call it. You know, Hillary and them selling 20% of our uranium to Russia. It's crazy to me how they do this and get away with it. She got a server in her house doing dirty deals on government dime, on sending and receiving classified information on a government server. And once she get caught, she delete it all. They not even hiding it. They not even trying to hide it. They just doing it right there. Everybody see Hunter Biden was working for a Ukrainian government or working for a company in Ukraine and don't speak the language, have no experience, making millions of dollars. A deal that was set up while his daddy was the vice president. He's smoking weed. He's smoking crack on hookers on video. Like, what is happening here? But the media won't touch that with a 10-foot pole. They won't even touch that. They act like that don't even exist, shawty. They act like that don't even exist, shawty. It don't even exist. If one of Trump kids did that, we still be talking about today. Trump ain't in office. If we still be talking about, they'll put his naked pictures on the TV. They wouldn't even blur it out. They'll put him on TV. Just crazy, man. DB, thanks so much for the super chat. Bob's on-site computer repair. Tatum, I'm tired of the talk. Please start organizing protests. I'll come. I promise. And so will many more viewers. Now, I agree with you. However, it's got to be strategic, right? It's got to be strategic. I need to get y'all signed up on my email list, because if you start doing stuff here, see, BLM don't do stuff here. They got an email list. We can organize through an email list. We can't organize through online talk, because we start telling them what we're doing. They ban you on all this stuff. Our organization have to come through an email list. So while we got 3,800 people on here, if you're not a part of the email list, jump on the email list. Go to my website, The Officer Tatum. The website should be in the description section. TheOfficerTatum.com. Let me show y'all where that's at. So you know, you join the email list. So go to my website right here, and then you can just go over here to sign up, right? This is just so you know, this is everything. You get my book, you get my YouTube, my app. I got an app out. It's preliminary, but I got an app out. Press that I get, everything. Tatum Report merch. You guys can support here, whatever. So you go to sign up, put your email in. Look, I got all these emails. I better hide them for y'all. Steal all my emails. Put your email in. You'll get 10% off the merch if you do it. But put your email in here. Sign you up. If you guys on my email list, then we can start coordinating with the email list. We can start telling you when to go, how to move. You can't do that stuff on the air. You feel me? Somebody said start with Telegram. You can't do that on the air, man. We gotta be strategic. That's how Black Lives Matter move. They send out an email to everybody that signed up on the email list, and then they go from there. I need to get my email list up, man, because I think a lot of people, you know, people kind of poo-poo email like it's old school, but like email list is where it's at. Like you guys have to be on the email list to get activated, you know, because they can hide your stuff on here, they can ban you on here or whatever. You know, more than likely they can't ban your email. They can't. They more than likely you won't get banned on the email. Anyway, jump on there. Y'all sign up. The link's in there. Elizabeth Tripp, one of my mods, she got the link there. Y'all click on the link and go get it, make it happen. Check out the song F. Biden by Burden. I didn't really like that song, man. I don't like all that cussing, man. I don't really like all that cussing. Hunter Biden can't tell the difference between a fart and a bottle of water. Keep it the good word. Yeah, so Elizabeth got it on there. Y'all sign up or whatever. Put your name on the email list. And then we'll go from there. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching. I'm going to get off here. I got to go smoke a cigar and finish signing some books. But I love you guys. I'll see you on the next. And Ricky Lee, thank you for signing up. I see you said you signed up. Thank you for signing up. Let's see. They can't ban email. How much longer until? Right? I mean, but we're figuring it out. We got to go from one side to the next. Like we can go to the email. Then we go from the email. Hopefully, I have my own incorporated app. They can ban you on the App Store. I mean, but so we got to keep moving the needle and moving forward and getting things done as we can. On here, they ban you easier than anything. So anyway, I love you guys, man. I really appreciate you. If you're interested in joining the community as well, I'm going to show you how to do that. See, I think we should have had the community on here. I don't think we have the community on my website. That's a good idea. I need to tell my guy to put this on the website. I don't know why it's not on the website. I should have thought about that. So if you go to TatumSquad.com, the link is also should be in the description section. You go to TatumSquad.com, you can join the community. And this is another form in which you can get involved. God dang it. It's another form in which you can get involved. What is it? What the heck is going on here? It's another way you can get involved. You go to TatumSquad.com. You know, you go on here, go on the website. You can sign up to be a part of the community. You got three levels of the community. You go on there and be a part of that if you like. That's another way to get involved in case they ban your boy on here. So emails, community, then we'll get you going.